All right, welcome. So this comic I just drew today, it's fairly topical when I am drawing this in 2017. It's I have the caption right there on the right, and let's draw this up. I kind of like the characters there that I've drawn. I kind of came up with some fun ones. So let's get this cartoon underway. So as I draw this, there's the the mainstream bias media meltdown of the credibility of journalism that frankly had melted, had pretty much vanished 20 years ago, but now it's really becoming almost something you can't ignore. Uh, so anyway, that's what this comic is about, and I got let's see, I got this is a pretty fun one. I don't know, some comics I sure enjoy more than others. Um, and this is a fun one here. I kind of like this one. Uh, so it's a kind of like two hardened criminals, asking the new guy what's going on here, and he's so I kind of like the way that guy's coming out. He's coming out pretty cool. Okay, so he's just a Johnny Cool slickster guy. He's got his hands in his pockets, and he looks like the type of guy that would run the joint. And he's got his jumpsuit on, and he's sort of leaning against the wall there. And I got him kind of propped up here against the wall, like he's again a pretty cool dude. And he's smoking a cigarette, and there he is. That's a cool guy. All right. And of course, his buddy, I'm gonna squeeze him over just a little bit more to give myself a little more room, so I can include a little bit of the background here. Um, so this guy, he's probably his enforcer friend, and he's sitting there with his arms crossed, and he's just listening to what's going on. And it looks, and he's just a big hulking brute of a guy. You can see I don't have much in the way of a background for this. It's a prison. You know what are they going to do? There's not much to say about that. It's a prison, not a big. It's kind of good from a cartoonist standpoint. You don't have to be crazy about what you. No craziness there with having to be super complex. I think I've said this before, but the things that are hard for me are like vast, sweeping cartoons with like a big panorama that, it's amazingly some people can do it pretty well. I can sometimes do it. I don't know how effective I am at it, but but it's not something I look forward to, I'll tell you that. I kind of save those. You see, sometimes you see a cartoon I have that's several years old, and some of the times it's because I just, well, not most of the time it's because of something I just have a really tough time drawing. And this guy, he's got his jumpsuit zipper. So he's the second of the hulking men. You know, it's one of those. How many do you add? It's like that's where we're at with this question. This one, two's funny, I think, and I'm just gonna try to make him kind of the dweeber kind of guy here. I think I've done a pretty decent job of him being a dweeber, and I think he's gonna have a one of those stupid ear things. God, those are stupid. And this, he's gonna have, probably make him red hair and freckles, and he's got his zipper, and he's going to look like kind of a goober. I got him. I think I've done an honest goober job with him. Um, he's he's pretty ineffective looking. Looks pretty out of place in this environment, which is the point. Kind of a doughy, out of shape, loser looking kind of guy. I think I pretty much captured a journalist in his embodiment here. I feel like I've represented journalism pretty accurately on this cartoon, and that's a pretty quick one. This is going to be a fun tune. It's a good YouTube tune because it didn't last long. People can get in and get out and say, okay, what's this knucklehead doing? Okay, so that is the cartoon. I think I'm going to, well, I'm going to draw all, the background's going to be pretty basic. It's going to be a line, and I'm going to kind of put it where I think the guys are, that I'm using that red line, and if you can see it as a background, and I'm going to put it where I think the guys are leaning, and I'm just going to connect that red line across there, and right in this area here I will straighten it back out. I'll put this is the this line is the corner. I want to draw some, I don't have to, of course, you can just kind of wing it, but I want to draw some bars just to show that there's bars here. And I'll use this as a little bit of a, again, I'm using this under part of the thing. It's just a guide, nothing official. Again, I don't like to make them look too perfect because I like them to be cartoony. Okay, so that's the corner of the cell, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to draw a set of bars. I'll probably do one like this, one like this, and I will I'll draw these bars like so. And this, I know, this is kind of tedious. I know. And I'll draw a bar here. I'll draw it right straight down the pipe there again, just again, it's more of a, give it a prison flavor. You know, I could just, I don't know. I sometimes I get crazy with backgrounds, probably do. But the idea is, I don't know. I kind of like my cartoons to have a little bit of visual interest, even though it's nobody notices but me. I got to pretty much, well, not nobody, but few. And so I will put one more. These are just flavoring articles that make me feel good about myself, but again, I don't think anybody really notices that much. Okay, so that's the prison, and what I think I might do is I might just put in a couple of things to suggest blocks that I can I'm just going to use these two as sort of a guideline for future other. So I'll just leave that there like that. So there it is. That's the done cartoon. I think it came out pretty nicely. I like these. Kind of look like kind of bad guys, you know, tough nicks, and that guy looks like a dweeber. And let me sign this, and really quickly. And we'll see what it looks like colored here in just a moment or two. And bam, there it is in all its colored mystical glory. Uh, okay, this for me as a cartoonist, this was kind of a uh, like in the right in my wheelhouse. Limited characters, limited setting. It was easy to draw, kind of fun to draw, fairly quick to color. Wasn't a lot going on. I kind of like every one of the characters. They seem to be kind of goofy in their own special way, and I like the message as well. So, okay, let's give myself I'm gonna go B plus on this one. It was a fun cartoon, and I wish they were all this easy. They are not. So, all right, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one.